My discussion is on small business finance. This is small entrepreneurs, and this financed by Islamic Bank. This is a very hot issue in modern days. I remember that in 2003 or 4, 5, I used to come almost every year from Sweden to UK, Leicester, Islamic Foundation, to give my papers and discuss, because in Sweden they told you don't know the Islamic banking, but we give you the permission to do the PhD. We shall give every amenities to you if you can prove us that Islamic banking is working well. Surprisingly, more than 400,000 US dollars they gave me a scholarship. 10 years they took care of our families. Everybody, they provide everything. 12 countries they made me to visit to collect data on Islamic banking. And I ended up with a book of 400 pages, my thesis. And they told that in this university, you got the highest marks since today in your research. So it proved that this bank is working very well. So when I used to come by then people used to ask, we came to know that there are some Undu branch of Islamic Bank in some other banks in the UK. Do you think that UK one day will be able to establish Islamic Bank? I said, why not? He said, we don't disturb through the main door. We just look at the window and see. When the environment is clear, then we open the door. So when the window is open, it is not far from today the door to open. Then in the Parliament of UK, then they accepted the Islamic banking. And then in Birmingham, you see that a very big concern is working on. Throughout the world, I was in Sudan in 2003, 4, and I saw that how wonderfully it works, Sudan Islamic Bank. I was in Turkey, in Cyprus, Indonesia, Malaysia, UK, and USA. Now presently I am in Canada. Islamic Bank is working there, that bank housing finance. We also bought our house in Canada from Islamic Banking Finance. So this subject, throughout the world I went, and alhamdulillah, we are getting a very good response there. So this one, we have seen the small entrepreneurs in developing nations. It constitutes more than 50% of the business concern. And it attracts a lot of people, because people cannot go jump to the big one. So they start with the small one. So what made me interested to do my PhD in Sweden? When I wanted to do the PhD on Islamic banking, they told that if you do the Islamic banking research here, it is like you are doing an agent of Islamic bank. Sweden does not allow that one. So I told how I can proceed on, but I want to do something there. Sweden is spending millions of dollars to finance small entrepreneurs in developing nations, but they failed. They give money, they donate money, and the money disappears. So if you can show that these small entrepreneurs, that Islamic bank without interest, can play an important role to finance these people, those who are poor. If you can link up small entrepreneurs in Islamic bank, and then you will get the opportunity to do the research in Sweden. And I did on that topic, financing a small business by Islamic bank. And that made them surprised, and they were very happy, and they collected all data. And I took my research field with the Cyprus, Turkey, Bangladesh, India, and Pakistan. So developing nations, how established Islamic banks are financing to a small business in those countries. So we have some previous research there. I did myself, and some other people also contributed. As I told you, my research was in Sweden. So the surprising of those countries, Scandinavian countries, you cannot use any hypothesis. And they start laughing. But one American professor came, he was doing PhD for 10 years. 3 years he finished. And then another one in Sweden, he is doing PhD for 10 years. So he was laughing, what are you doing? So the Swedish friend told, your one is a paper PhD, you don't like that one. So what do? We develop theory. We do not give anybody PhD degree until they contribute a new theory. That means not grounded theory. that his theory is not done by others. So I was trapped in that system. It took about 5, 6, 7 years for me to do my PhD there. Go to the field, come again, go to the field, come again. Suppose in UK, 2, 3 years you finish your course and you write thesis. They don't allow that one. Even the last date of my PhD, I had to do my courses. After doing one course, they send you to the field. They bring you to the lab again. They send you to the field. So in this way, 5 consecutive years I had to spend to develop this theory. It's called institutional network theory. So when someone was looking at my PhD, oh, you did PhD on Islamic banking, but there is no subjects on Islamic bank. I told that is the miracles of this research. If I just study Islamic bank, so that means I have done the one way, one side. But no, they're taking the developed countries' concepts of institution and the network, and I had to develop a theory called institutional network theory approach, and there I had to fix up my Islamic bank to look at how Islamic bank is creating network with customers, how commercial bank is creating network, how this musharaka, mudaraba, and then by muazzal and murabaha, these systems are helping. In what way they develop the relationship. And then institution, when I was talking about institution like education institution, my professor was laughing. No, that is not an institution. To institutionalize an environment, all similar type of Islamic bank, all similar type of commercial bank, all similar type of cooperatives. So different banks, different financial institutions, like Japanese the business, Chinese family business, and Japanese kaisha. So all those things, similar type, group together and give the rules and regulations how they are functioning. Then you make the differences. So there I had to work on cooperative banks, commercial bank, traditional, Islamic bank, and then Grameen Bank, the other bank that Dr. Yunus, my professor who introduced in Bangladesh, like that. So this is called institution theory. And then some other institutional aspects called societal institution. It has got a very big ground with the sustainable development. This societal institution like social sector, we say, country culture. How many? Please? 5 minutes. Country culture, say religion, family clan, legal system, and other. So that how these are influencing on the financing system, Islamic banking. Then we come to research methodology. My previous friend who gave the discussion, the first one, it is a qualitative nature of research. Need to go to the field, respondents, direct interview, case studies, and then collection of data. This is what we used. Data collection, that as it is both formal and informal, a structured or unstructured, depending on environment and people, and preparation of questionnaire, the recording, and then again to replay the recordings and then analyze the data. This is then how we studied customer contact with different branches. We took the model of some branches, like it is detailed in the book. You'll see the paper that we took about 5, 6, 7 branches of a particular bank, and we have studied how they are creating customer contact, and then how the bank customer relationship, we analyzed that one. Then we have come to some findings. So if what happens by muajjal musharaka, these two mainly we studied, and then if customer delay in repayment of loan, what policy they apply, problem due to cultural influence, as I told you, societal sector, cultural problem, then rule of the government. In many countries, government does not allow. Suppose Islamic bank is not 3 minutes. Islamic bank is not, you cannot take the word Islamic bank in Turkey. They call finance house. So this is a government policy. In other countries, Islamic Bank, but in Turkey they call Al-Ikhlas Finance House, not Al-Ikhlas Islamic Bank. Al-Baraka Finance House. Yeah, so now it's different thing. When I did my research, I saw. So then promote international credit facilities, easy lending procedures. How? Then simple calculation. So all these studies cannot be summarized within 15 minutes when it took 15 years. So the simple calculation is like that. The findings is based on these research questions that the musharaka, and musharaka means partnership. It is only Sudan is playing a great role in musharaka financing. Alhamdulillah. I was in Omdurman. I did the research there for about 15-20 days. I did interview, and I was in central the Khartoum, so interviewed the bank and then the small business people there. So I saw that alhamdulillah it is working wonderfully. And nowhere I saw musharaka is playing part. Now by Muazzal or Murabaha it is working very well. It is just a different way. Now we need to now initiatives that the musharaka works well in the society. Mudaraba works well in the society. And then if once we can develop these modes of finance of Islamic Bank, sustainable development is sure to come from the ground level. Poverty will be eliminated. Then people will know the reality of the finance and where it is the teaching of Islam actually. And teaching Islam, it is not for a certain age. It will continue till the day of Yawm al-Qiyamah, inshallah. So it is our appeal and to all our listeners, our brothers and sisters, those who are from around the world, that try to encourage this finance sector to implement properly musharaka mudaraba system. Thank you very much.